Welcome to The Explainer. So today we're going to talk about something super relevant if you're a student, how to actually earn money by building a real business. And we're going to be using one of the biggest tools out there for it, Shopify.
Let's kick things off with this quote because I think it really sets the stage. Think about that for a second. With a typical part-time job, you get a fixed wage, right? You work an hour, you get paid for an hour. But here, the idea is that what you earn is directly connected to your effort, your creativity. It's a huge shift in mindset, and honestly, it's super motivating when you're just getting started.
Okay, so you're a student. You're juggling classes, exams, maybe a social life if you're lucky. You need something flexible, right? Well, that's the beauty of this. Building an online store, that's something you can literally do from your dorm room, in between classes, on your schedule. And here's the kicker. It starts as a side hustle, something that fits into your life now, but it has this very real potential to become a full-blown career.
All right, but hold on. Before you get all excited and start sketching out logos, we need to have a little reality check. Because when it comes to e-commerce, there's the dream and then there's the work. And it is absolutely crucial that you understand both sides of that coin before you jump in.
I mean, the dream side is amazing, isn't it? You get to be your own boss, you set your own schedule, work from home, the library, wherever. But the other side, the reality, is that this takes work, like a lot of work. It's a huge time commitment, especially on top of your studies. There's going to be some financial risk involved. And get this, you might not even see a profit for a year, maybe even longer. Just knowing that, just being mentally prepared for it, honestly, that's half the battle won right there.
Okay, let's do this. Act 1, planning your big idea. So you're ready to commit, you're in. Now comes the first and maybe the most important question you have to answer. What in the world are you actually going to sell? This is it. This is where your business really begins.
And you know, this question can feel huge, totally overwhelming. Should you sell t-shirts, cool gadgets, handmade art? There are just endless options. So how do you cut through all that noise and find a product that people will actually want to buy?
Well, at a high level, your options pretty much fall into 3 main buckets, and it's really worth taking a minute to think about which one fits your student lifestyle. You've got physical products. We all know what those are. But, do you have room in your tiny dorm to store inventory? Then there are digital goods, which can have insane profit margins once the initial work is done. Or you could go with a subscription model, which might give you a nice steady income for tuition, but it also means an ongoing commitment. So yeah, each one has its pros and cons. But here's the absolute best piece of advice you're going to get. Go with what you know. Seriously. Start with something you're already passionate about. Are you that friend everyone asks about vintage cameras? Or maybe you can talk for hours about sustainable fashion. That is your starting point. Because your genuine knowledge, your enthusiasm, that becomes your most powerful marketing tool. It's totally authentic.
Okay, so you've got your big idea. Fantastic. Now it's time for Act 2, building your store. You need a place online for people to find you, a digital storefront. And honestly, this is where a platform like Shopify is just a total game changer, because it lets you focus on your business, not on becoming a web developer.
Getting a basic store live is surprisingly simple. It really just boils down to these 3 steps. First, sign up for a free trial. No risk, just play around with it. Second, choose a theme. That's just the look and feel of your store. And third, start adding your products, with pictures and descriptions. That's it. It's really designed to be that easy.
And here's why this is so great for a student, or really anyone who isn't a tech genius. Shopify basically handles all the biggest technical nightmares for you. You get these awesome professional-looking designs for free. You don't have to worry about credit card security. That's all taken care of. Your store works on phones right out of the box, which is absolutely critical today. And you don't have to stress about web hosting or what happens if the site crashes at 3 a.m. It's all included, even 24/7 support.
And boom, your store is built, it's live, it's such an exciting moment. But, and this is a big but, launching is just the starting line, not the finish line. So now we get to Act 3, growing your business. This is all about getting eyeballs on your store and turning those visitors into actual paying customers.
Yeah, this really says it all, doesn't it? Your store is live. Now the mission is to find some customers. Your role totally shifts right here. You go from being a builder to being a marketer. Because you can have the most beautiful store in the world, but if nobody knows it's there, it's not going to make any money. So let's talk about how to get the word out.
So here's a great little playbook to get you started. First up, you've got to leverage social media. Get on TikTok, get on Instagram, and just be authentic about what you're selling. Second, become the expert in your niche. Start a simple blog or a newsletter. It builds massive trust and helps with Google searches. Third, keep your eyes open for trends. What's everyone talking about on campus? Is there a way you can tap into that? And last but not least, you have to plan for big sales holidays like Black Friday. A huge chunk of your yearly income can come from just a few days if you do it right.
So there you have it. We've walked through the whole process, the planning, the building, and the growing. The tools, like Shopify, are right there waiting for you. The knowledge is out there. At the end of the day, it really just comes down to you and your idea. You absolutely have the ability to create something amazing. So, the only real question left is, what are you going to build?